What's good to my champs all around the world? It's Champ Jones coming at you once again. First and foremost, just gotta make sure that we are staying positive, staying motivated, and staying real. Shouts out to all the people in the world making a difference, whether it be minor or big. You all appreciate it. I'm making another public service announcement in regards to the video I'm about to post for y'all. As we all know, I presented a trailer for a documentary I've been working on for 3 years now. And it took 3 years because, you know, just like we all do, I went through my own trials and tribulations. And I was also blessed to have another baby boy as well. So through that time, I had to, you know, do what was right for me and my family at the moment. But in all good news, the documentary is completed. I feel extremely relieved, you know, I feel proud of myself, I feel lucky, I feel blessed, and over appreciative for our citizens, our friends, and our family that took time to be vulnerable, be honest, and at times uncomfortable, to speak the truth, to speak their pain, and to give solutions. That means the world to me, and I built a lot of bonds and good rapport throughout this journey, and I'm speechless and just over grateful for those individuals and for my city, for that matter. But if you all know, it was a 2-part series to this documentary, which I titled The World Within: Social Perspectives of Inner Cities in America, which was shot in, of course, all the neighborhoods in Hartford, Connecticut. The first one that I'm putting out as far as the trailer is a background of these individuals in whom I interviewed, their neighborhoods, their communities, the areas in which they remember growing up around, hearing, the grandparents' neighborhoods, the neighborhoods they moved to, just to give the world a background on not only the individuals who's going to be explaining their traumas and their experiences in the city, but the city as a whole from different lenses. And for the record, my views do not reflect any views in these documentaries, you know. I hold my views to myself as of right now, but the individuals who speak and voice their trials in their ministry are very validated in my eyes, and I think they all deserve to have their story heard. And the second part of the series, the mental health edition, is going to be about the results, if you will, of living in these particular environments, in these particular communities, in these particular circumstances, and how it has affected these individuals, how it has affected us collectively, and most importantly, to be able to voice and bridge these gaps, is what's most important, and acknowledging that we all may be, still healing from our same communities. And going forward, I'm looking forward to doing more and more of these documentaries. There's going to be much more coming from not only me, but many other people I'm beginning to work with, all in the love of putting the city out there more, if you will. And as far as a lot of these documentaries, especially The World Within, certain neighborhoods I was unfortunate to get a lot of deep content that I wanted, which I'm still working on now. So anything you see, just keep in mind these are kind of recorded in the past, for one. And for two, a lot of individuals, you know, we're still learning to open up to be on camera and to speak on a few things. So if your neighborhood or your particular street or particular generation or particular memory wasn't mentioned, it's not that it's least important. It's not that it's not deserving of being publicized. I was just unfortunate to get it from the horse's mouth, if you will. You understand? So I did the best I could with those who were willing to participate and share. And for the most part, I think that leaves room for, if you feel, you know what I'm saying, you want to speak, you can always come on board and speak, and we could get you on chatting with Champ, or we could build a project, or even with that, let's open up the city to more creative artists, you know. I'm sure we have plenty of videographers, photographers, we have artists, we have painters, we have a beautiful collection of different arts and talents that I feel we all should be open to exploring, supporting, and promoting as well. So without further ado, I gave you guys the PSA, the background. Let's get into the preview of the second edition of World Within, a trailer of the mental health conditions that we deal with in Hartford, Connecticut. Before we exit out, you already know, let's stay positive, stay motivated, stay real. Peace.
I mean, we done went from heartbeat to homicide. That mean niggas done killed the beat.
Yeah. Confined in the place of the selfish.
The thing I can tell them is to just stay away from this shit, man. This ain't for nobody, man. This bring two things, man, death or jail. But you know, if you gotta adapt, man, just know what you're getting yourself into. And really sit down and strategize your every move, your every step, man. Because it's gonna help you stay alive out here and it's gonna help you stay free. Real shit, man.
But a mind full of demons not dealt with. And it's hot in the pot where the shell spit. What a stove heating up your home. Feeling like a don, dressed in your old clothes. Can't trust your new chick cause your old hoes. It's extortion and a lot of...
Now, for as long as you've been growing up out here, how do you feel about mental health? Do you feel like we grew up with mental health issues through inner city communities, as far as environmental like changes, as far as like the way the city is set up, as far as like the buildings being boarded up and drugs being around? Do you think that plays a part in your mental health, or do you think that's just a myth?
Abortions, violent approaches without no reporting. Stay shut, it ain't that important. It's niggas trying to eat and resist being homeless. We infested and often tested to react real reckless if disrespected.
Where they say a project came from, like the experiment of putting, you know, a maze upside down and having the rats, you know, try to figure out how to survive. And what happened is when there wasn't enough resources, the rat on the top will always eat the rat on the bottom. And that's just where we at with it. Like I said, we lumped together, and so we trying to all fight for these same resources. And it's just like, you know, when you got an apartment, they say, you know, if you clean your apartment, whatever, you can think better, you think clearer. If I'm in a crowded area, it's harder for me to process, you know, thoughts and things. I got other people's thoughts and things bouncing off of me, they problems they tell me about all day.
My checklist includes survival, where baby mamas, baby daddies often rival. Yeah, don't look to the sky, dude. We gotta live this regardless of Bible.
My fault, my nigga. I ain't been working on that.
What? What are you on?
Never buy no weed.
Go ahead.
Oh, I don't even got my
Hey, yeah, you funny as hell, man. That's that slip, man.
Come on, man. How your family life over here, man? This all family. How does go down over here, bro?
Yeah, this family, bro. What up, bro? Oh, keep it cool.
I got you. I got you.
It's the hub, man. You don't get no respect in your hub. I don't know what to tell you, man. You gotta know everybody in your hood. That's just #1 rule.
Make it out, but in the meantime, I'm trying to survive my city, man. What I'm gonna do? Make it out, but in the meantime, sipping for my city, man. What I'm gonna do? Make it out, but in the meantime, I'm trying to feed my family. What I'm gonna.
A lot of motherfuckers was fucked up in the head, man, or the environment. Motherfuckers being crack babies and shit coming up, or I'm saying, or just the shit you going through is traumatized, I'm saying. That's why people are the way they are now.
It may sound oxymoronic, niggas gripped up. Just worry about my life out here, and it part could be part of my own PTSD.
It was just me and my dad, so I feel like that made us stronger as men. I'm not gonna lie to you. The negatives was like, obviously I grew up without a mother,
According
so
to the
that
U.S.
has
Census
the
Bureau,
negatives too.
out of about 12 million single-parent families in 2016, the vast majority, more than 80%, were headed by single mothers.
This shit, man, this shit really ain't been easy. The fussing and fighting and shit with my mom and shit, my love, but I never had a father to show me how to treat a woman, you know what I mean?
Well appreciated.
Especially when you out here, you ain't got no father and shit like that. A lot of us ain't got no father, so you know how that shit go, man. You out here, your mother raising you, you ain't really, you feel me? You ain't really listening to your mom. You got your niggas out here. Your niggas, we all growing up without no father, so we just out here, you feel me? So we ready to prove a point at the end of the day.
Your sacrifice was a gift from Christ. All the long days, all the long nights, living in the home, hot peas in the comb, trying to feed 2 badass kids on your own.
We raised ourselves. Like, me and this nigga might link up throughout the day, and we gotta figure it out now. Cause his mother at work, my mother at work, and we don't got no father.
All we gotta do.
Every time I lied,
You all appreciate
never
it.
held back, made enough use of scraps, made sure I was proud to say I'm black.
You all appreciate it.
My lady, since day one, this is a letter from your son.
I'm seeing motherfuckers slump on the bricks in the park with a needle in their arm and something tied around it, and not knowing what the fuck that was, and that right there could be considered traumatizing because it's a mental thing, and that's stuck in my mental forever.
Washington Post. As of Wednesday, 63 juveniles have been charged with homicide, just 2 fewer than in 1989. More than 86% of black homicide victims are killed with guns. Though African Americans and Hispanics make up approximately 32% of the U.S. population, they comprise 56% of all incarcerated people.
It's a statistic that say 1 out of 3 African American and Hispanic males will experience jail time in their lifetime. You think that's a fact or a myth?
Nigga, we all going to jail.
Do this, my nigga. How you feel about how inner city communities feel about imprisonment and how the judicial system keep us in predicaments where it's either we gonna have to turn to illegal means or settle for less to feed our families? How you feel about that?
I mean, where I'm from, this how we live. So either way, we gonna get it by any means, and we gonna eat. You feel me? So however they doing it, we gonna get ours regardless. You feel me? So.
Address still in the projects, but all of this nonsense. A boy from the hood. They wanna see me sell. It ain't hard to tell. I feel that I fell. I'm just a boy from.
So the question is, Does Hartford public school system exhort the prison pipeline? Hell yeah, bro. From the mayor to the board of education down to the teachers that they hire. That's not even from the community. Let's go.
Well, I'm gonna tell you firsthand, coming from South Windsor schools and shit. Basically, graduating from right there at Weaver, it ain't no education. The difference is enormous. I'm talking super enormous. Like
the one dedicated his life in the sports. Most of them fatherless, but it didn't bother them to pull up, hop out, and get the fire in. My man was.
Do the streets prepare you for jail?
Nigga, the school system prepare you for jail.
I called you a nigger. You're a nigger. Nasty fucking nigger. Nigger.
And people are very judgmental. So they see a black man from a city, they think something negative automatically.
Shit is crazy. All this police work. Get all this shit right here. Get this shit. It's all this police work. And there was nothing we doing. Nothing. Nothing in the community happens. They don't care about nothing what happens with these black people. It's just something that happened to one of theirs.
Boss, tell me what this place is. Cut off, traceless, but I'm here working for these wages in the atmosphere where they racist, tasteless, disgusting, like I'm wasted.
So what do you think is one misperception that you feel like the America at large has about black males, Latino males? What's a misperception do you think they hold on to?
That we all gangsters.
Nothing, feeling inferior. It's the same old song when
definitely they make us feel uncomfortable because, you know, they constantly mess with ethnic people.
I look in the mirror, bruh. It's clearer, huh? Nearer, huh? We all just.
So let me ask you this, man. Do you feel like the angry black man is a myth or a fact?
the mad black woman and the angry black man are exclusive to them being black. You know what I'm saying? It's just about their conditions. Mad black woman, angry black man. I don't know, man. That just sounds like another one of those propagandas to have us talking shit about ourselves and to give people a perception that, you know, like we should have a low self-image.
This for my own son. That's why us as women is fucking mad, because we have to pick up the slack that men's supposed to do. It's 50-50, my nigga. I didn't lay down and make this baby by myself, but I gotta pick up your slack and take care of it all. School, meetings, PPTs, doctor's appointments, dentist appointments. And the funny thing,
well, they just trying to plant that in our head like early. I don't think that's not. It's not like those are not things. Like there obviously are hella angry black men. I'm an angry black man.
These trials and these obstacles and elements that, amongst others, it's a possibility to have the same thing. So if we say we all live in one condition and we all dealing with the same mental illness at one point, how is it that we're still able to find a way to coexist with each other?
I want to put that with survival of the fittest. You know, after a while, you kind of adapt to what's going on around you. And you got to survive just like any animal in the jungle.
I do it for my niggas that live the real struggle. Shit. Niggas confused, feeling puzzled, thinking the only way to get paid is to hustle. Feeling the system is against him and his brothers. This is for my niggas using no rubber. Spare the seeds cause they can leave in a moment, knowing how shit can get on the corner. Every night I try to avoid mourning. This is for my niggas that see morning. This is for my niggas, I'm still mourning. This is for my bitches that love to hold it down. Head above water, wet enough to drown.